Warning, this is not a video with dopamine-rich edits or flashy cuts. This is a video for people who are serious about learning the fundamental principles that make up manifestation so you can finally start to really manifest the life of your dreams. If that's something you're interested in, then keep on watching. I'm going to be real with you here. I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to answer it honestly. Why is it that despite all of your visualization and your affirmations and your scripting and whatever other manifestation technique you are using, why is it that you are still not living your absolute dream life at the moment? Well, today you're in luck because I'm going to answer that question for you. There is one huge mistake that I personally made for years when I first got into manifestation, and today I'm going to explain what that mistake entails and why you are probably also making that mistake, because 90% of the manifestation videos out there don't spend enough attention and time talking about it. And it's something that's super common that you definitely want to avoid, because if you make this mistake, no matter what technique you use, you will not be able to manifest your dream life. And the beautiful thing is, if you do correct this mistake, unlike most people, you will actually be able to live your dream life, manifest all of your desires, and be incredibly happy and satisfied with your life. And that's not just an empty promise. Think about what that means for you to actually live your dream life. It could mean so many different things for so many different people. But think about how cool it would be to finally make this manifestation thing work once and for all, and really understand the fundamental principles behind it so you can use it to live that dream life of yours. Alright, so what if I told you that you are already manifesting perfectly? You don't need to learn it, you don't need to get better at it, you don't need to do more techniques to become a better manifester, because you have been manifesting perfectly for your whole entire life. In fact, you are actively and constantly manifesting all of the experiences and situations around you that make up your daily life. There will never be a point in your life when you are a better manifester than you are right now today. Why? Because this is the whole secret. You are already perfect at manifestation. In fact, your ability to manifest is built into your human design. It's a feature of your physical being. You are a small fraction of infinite consciousness that is manifested in the physical world to express itself. That is the whole mechanism by which you gave rise to your life and by which physical reality is even a thing to begin with. Okay, but let's keep it very practical. If you are already perfect at manifestation, then how come you're not already living your dream life? Well, here's the trick, and this is the mistake that so many people make. It's because you are not consciously manifesting the things you desire, you are subconsciously manifesting the things you believe. I will say that again. You are not consciously manifesting the things you actually want because you are subconsciously manifesting the things you believe. The keywords in that sentence are subconsciously and believe. You see, if you are in fact constantly manifesting all the things around you, but you are not actually living your absolute dream life yet, then by definition this means that you are manifesting things that you don't actually desire. Why are you doing this? Because like I explained in my previous video, you don't actually manifest the things that you put on your vision board, or you repeat out loud for 100 times as affirmations, or you write about in your manifestation journal. You don't even manifest the things that you visualize with positive emotion and gratitude. You only manifest the things you believe to be true. It's really that simple. The things you believe to be true about yourself, your personality, your abilities, your identity, your capabilities, your friends, the economy, the world around you, your whole entire worldview. It's just like that famous quote by Bashar, life will only give you more of what you are already the vibration of. And in that sense, life is really like a mirror, because for a mirror to smile, you must first smile at it in the mirror. It will only reflect back what you are already putting out. In other words, if you want to manifest $1 million, you must first truly believe that you can actually manifest this amount of money, that you are vibrating at the frequency of someone who is capable of doing such a thing. If you stay in lack and limiting beliefs, this is not going to happen for you, no matter how much you affirm or how much you visualize or how many things you write down in your journal. It must, for you, be a super normal thing, and you must not only believe but know that you are someone who can make $1 million, that you are someone who can have the perfect relationship, that you are someone who can manifest all of the things they actually want. And that requires some serious inner work. That way, you become completely vibrationally aligned with the thing you are trying to manifest, because subconsciously you actually truly believe that this is your life, that this is your identity. This right here is the entire key to actually living your dream life. And my wish for you is that you start truly embodying this principle. You manifest the things you already believe to be true. Okay, so at this point you might be wondering how you can actually change your beliefs so that you can start manifesting the things you want instead of the things you subconsciously believe at the moment. And the key to all this is reprogramming your subconscious mind. Why? Because logically and rationally speaking, you might say to yourself, of course I want $10 million a month, of course I want a Bugatti, of course I want my dream partner, of course I want a bigger house and a boat and all of this stuff. But there is a big discrepancy between your logical ideas about the world and your subconscious emotional beliefs and feelings about the world. Because here's the fact, we are 100% emotional beings. Even if you think of yourself as a logical, rational, scientifically minded person, I've got news for you, your life is still completely governed by emotions. You eat when you're hungry, you drink when you're thirsty. Even if you think that you are being logical, the very activity of engaging in logic and rationality comes forth from an emotional impulse. So knowing that we are emotional beings, I'm going to quote Bashar once more, because he says, emotions can only come forth from a belief. Meaning, if you experience a certain emotion, it is only because you have a belief about the world that is in your mind completely objectively true, which makes you experience that emotion. Let me make this very practical for you with an example. If all your childhood growing up, your parents had a mindset where they said, money is the root of all evil, rich people are always scammers or engaged in some shady business. Once you grow up, you really start ingraining those negative beliefs and limiting ideas about money. When you come into contact with money, with people who have money, you will remember, not always consciously, but mostly subconsciously, those ideas that were ingrained in your mind. And when there is an opportunity for you to earn more money, subconsciously you will prohibit yourself from taking action on that idea because you believe, not logically, again, subconsciously, that money is the root of all evil, that people with money are scammers, that only people involved with drugs or criminal activity can be rich. If you believe these ideas subconsciously, you will not take action on an opportunity that presents itself for you to become a millionaire or whatever else. Do you see the problem with that? This creates cognitive dissonance, and this is a very subtle mechanism. I want to make this very clear to you again, that these are not logical ideas. You might watch this video and think this is not a big deal, but I can assure you that 90% of what you are doing in your daily life is governed by your subconscious mind, not your logical mind. In a sense, your life is governed completely by your subconscious because everything stems from that. And then you take action using your logical side of your mind, rational side of your mind, but it all comes forth from that subconscious. To put this in an analogy, it's sort of like you're playing a video game, and the video game can be amazing. It has amazing graphics, amazing gameplay, you love the mechanics of it, it's a super cool video game, but if your computer, if your hardware sucks, is outdated and is maybe 15 years old, you won't enjoy playing that game, and no matter how good the game is, you won't have a good time. This is the exact same relationship your subconscious has relating to your conscious mind. Here is another point I want to drive home for you. If you actually want to change your beliefs, your subconscious beliefs, you must realize that manifestation is not so much about adding more things. It's not about doing a new technique or a new fancy manifestation technique you saw on TikTok. It's in essence the opposite. It's doing less. It's stripping yourself of unnecessary garbage so that then you have the freedom to actually imprint yourself with positive beliefs and empowering beliefs. If your subconscious mind is full of garbage, so to speak, no amount of scripting or visualization will do anything about that because there is simply no room for these beliefs. I am going to share with you a 3-step system that I developed in order to first uncover your current limiting beliefs. Then we are going to remove those limiting beliefs from our subconscious mind. And lastly, we are going to rewrite new beliefs, empowering and positive beliefs, where those old beliefs used to be, so that you can actually start living your dream life, and you will feel the result of this in a very physical way. It's not just theory, because right now I am explaining a lot to you, but you will actually start noticing this change. You will feel more confident, you will feel stronger, you will feel more emotionally mature, because you are slowly starting to adapt and adopt these new beliefs that are much more empowering than the ones you previously held. Okay, so the first step is to expose your current limiting beliefs. And I want you to take this first step extremely seriously, because in many ways this is actually also the most important step. So what you want to do is you want to sit down on a chair, take a pen and a piece of paper, and make sure you will not be disturbed for the next hour or hour and a half or so. And you want to sit down and really think about all the things you believe pertaining to the things you are trying to manifest. Meaning, let's say you are really focusing on increasing your income at the moment. Maybe right now you earn 4K a month and you want to earn 20K a month. Okay, what is it that you can think of that is limiting yourself from getting to that amount of money, from 4K to 20K, for example? Is it maybe that the current economy wouldn't support you earning 20K? Is it maybe that if you had 20K, you would live a better lifestyle and your parents would become envious and they would judge you for living in a bigger house if you earn 20K a month? Is it maybe that your friends would be jealous? Is it maybe that you don't have the technical skills to earn 20K a month? Is it maybe that you're not confident enough to attract new clients for your coaching business to earn 20K a month? Is it maybe that you simply don't have enough time to make this amount of money? List all of the excuses you can think of and be brutally honest with yourself. Every single reason that you can come up with as to why you cannot currently live your dream life or have this thing you're trying to manifest, write it all down, and then we will make an assessment at the end of it. An additional tip I will give you to make this step even more powerful is to not only think about these limiting beliefs logically, because like we said before, this is mostly a subconscious thing, so also feel into your physical body where you might feel resistance when thinking about earning 20K a month, or living with your dream partner, or being more confident, or being social. Whatever it is you're trying to manifest and be better at, where do you feel resistance in your physical body pertaining to that thing? For most people, it could be your jaw that's locking up, it could be something in your spine, it could be in your stomach area where you feel some slight subtle tension. Try to feel and be very aware of what you're feeling in your body and how that's related to these limiting beliefs. Alright, now that you probably have a list of like a billion things and why you cannot live your dream life, this is where we move to step number 2 in the process and start completely getting rid of these limiting beliefs. Now, I say completely, but I do want to give you a small reality check here. I don't think anyone will ever 100% get rid of their limiting beliefs from childhood and that we have been ingrained with, but that's actually not a bad thing. Don't let that hold you back, because this is a long-term vision for your life. Ultimately, what we want here is for you to live your dream life, and this is one of the best ways to set yourself up for success, is to uncover all of these limiting beliefs. And sure, maybe you won't be able to get rid of all of them, but you will be able to get rid of like 85% of them, or 90 or 95% of them, which is already a huge advantage that you have compared to other people who aren't even aware of this inner work and how you can live your dream life through manifestation and reprogramming your subconscious mind. Admittedly, this is not an easy task, but this is the true work of manifestation. It's not about visualization so much, it's not about scripting or doing these fancy techniques. This is where it gets very real. And if you are someone who is committed to living their best life, take this very seriously. Right now, we are going to set you up for success for the rest of your life. Here are the most effective techniques that I have personally found, both from doing my own research and from personal experience, on how you can remove those limiting beliefs. The first method is EFT tapping, or emotional freedom technique. Now, I have talked about EFT on my channel before because it's such a powerful technique for me personally, and it has done wonders for me over the years to clear money blocks, confidence blocks, and so many more things, and really reshape my identity. If you're not sure about EFT, I don't have the time to go into full detail in this video, but essentially what you are doing is you are tapping on certain points in the body while saying out loud your negative limiting beliefs and simultaneously rewriting them with positive empowering beliefs. And because you are tapping on certain meridian points in the body, this is actually something that goes straight to the subconscious, and that way you can much faster rewrite these beliefs. I highly recommend that you visit the YouTube channel of Brad Yates. I will leave a link in the description to his channel, but you can just search for him on YouTube. He's like the OG of EFT tapping. Just search for a video related to what you are trying to manifest or clear blockages from. Tap with him daily for weeks and months. Make this a really important daily habit in your life, ideally twice a day when you wake up and when you go to sleep. Do a tapping round, do a few tapping rounds, and watch how this impacts your body, mind, and spirit. This is a technique that will actually allow you to release these negative energies and allow you to rewrite positive beliefs on top of that. Take this very seriously. This is a really good technique. All right, now we have arrived at my absolute favorite way to rewrite negative beliefs in the subconscious mind. This is something I came up with. I haven't really heard anyone else talk about this. Maybe someone else has talked about it. I'm not sure. But here is the technique. Basically, what you want to do is you want to prove yourself wrong. What do I mean by that? Maybe you have a limiting belief that you are simply not someone who is able or capable of making online money. Maybe you have a normal job, but you have no idea where to even start if you wanted to make online money. But maybe it's your dream to secure an online income, work from anywhere in the world, work from a beach somewhere, have time freedom, have location freedom, but you simply believe about yourself that you have no idea how to make any money online. Okay, so the prove yourself wrong technique means that in this scenario, you would do anything within your power, no matter how long it takes or how difficult it is, to prove yourself wrong, basically. So you want to spend all the time it takes to make some money online. And this could even be like $5, $5. Maybe you post a quick job offer on Upwork or Fiverr.com saying that you can proofread an English document for some lawyer or something, and he will pay you like $5 to do it. Or selling your old sneakers or something. It could literally be anything that you can think of, but the idea here is very simple. You have a limiting belief, you do everything in your power to prove to yourself in the real world that it's not true. And once you do this, once you actually prove to yourself that it's not true, watch how this limiting belief has no power over you anymore at all. That's the beautiful thing. These limiting beliefs are fake. They're not real. They're things you believe about the world just because you have been imprinted with them, probably from childhood. But as we all logically know, these things hold no merit. There's no real reason why you would be bad at making money online or why you cannot have a Bugatti. The only reason why you don't already have these things is because of these limiting beliefs. So once you do everything in your power to prove yourself wrong about these beliefs, watch how quickly everything in your life changes. Because once you can make $5 online, probably you will tell yourself, okay, that wasn't so bad. If I try again, maybe I can also make another $5 online. Maybe now, because I did it once, I will even be able to repeat it the second time much faster because I learned some lessons. Okay, all of a sudden now you have $10 online. Maybe you come up with a new idea that's much better, that's repeatable, that's faster, maybe some online business. Maybe you love knitting or crocheting and you want to sell some of the things you made online. Or maybe you want to start an AI agency or a social media agency business. It doesn't matter what it is. Once you make that first money online, you have real physical evidence in the real world that you are someone, it's just a fact now, who has made money online, and if you have done it once, surely you can do it again. Alright, now for the fun part. The last step in our process here is to rewrite our subconscious mind with new, positive, empowering beliefs about ourselves, the world around us, and our identity. And this is where techniques like visualization and all of these other things come in, because now you have the room in your subconscious mind to actually let these things influence you, because you have no more garbage beliefs sitting in the way. The best way to adapt new beliefs is to do something called gratitude visualization. Here is how it works. Twice a day, once in the morning, right after you wake up, and once at night, right before you go to sleep, set a 15-minute timer. And during this time, start out by sitting down or laying down and take some deep breaths. Calm yourself down, get your brain into that receiving state. After a while, you want to start visualizing in your mind's eye, as if you are currently living it, your ideal dream life, or whatever the thing is you are trying to manifest. And you can be very specific about it, but the most important thing is not the visualization part, but it's actually the gratitude part, meaning you want to infuse your visualization with positive emotion and gratitude. You want to feel grateful, basically, for the life you are living in your mind's eye, as if it's already real and happening in the physical world. Why? Because your brain can't tell the difference between an event that's vividly imagined and one that's actually real. So if you do this consistently, you will write new beliefs in your subconscious mind and ingrain your mind with them. In the past, you did this subconsciously with negative beliefs. Now you're doing it consciously with empowering beliefs that will help you live your dream life. Alright, I truly hope you got some value from this video. There are so many things we haven't even touched upon yet, but these are some of the most fundamental principles on how you can start manifesting your dream life. There are other things like regulating your nervous system to feel safe to receive blessings and positivity. This is something for different videos. If you want to see more about that, make sure to subscribe. You could also consider liking the video because I am just a very small channel starting out here, so it would help me out a lot if you like this video. Of course, if you didn't enjoy it, you don't have to like it. I am truly grateful that you watched this video all the way through the end. It truly means a lot to me. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.